Welcome to another episode of Air Guns and Piston Channel. In this episode, let's take a look at the Arms S510 XS chambered in 2.2. This is the FAC full power version. I just received this gun last week. I bought it used for a very good price. I've been wanting to add the 22 caliber version of this particular gun because I'm a big fan of this style of a gun, you know, a rifle, as opposed to what's on the market today, which is a bunch of plastic stocks and more tactical looking ones, and I'm not feeling it. I'm the traditional style rifles type of guy, and this one is right up my alley. We're going to compare this one. I call this a Gen 2. We're going to compare it to the Gen 1, which I have here. There's not much difference between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2, but there's some areas that were improved upon on the Gen 2 over the Gen 1. This one here in the green poplar is the S510 super light. There is no XS on the end like the 22 caliber. So what are the main differences? This one is obviously chambered in 177. This was in 2.2. This one is human regulated, which the original S510s were not regulated, so I ended up adding a regulator to it, which was the best thing I could have done to this gun. Whereas on this one, the Gen 2, it already comes with it regulated from the factory, which they needed to do that, which I'm glad they did. And between the Gen 1 and Gen 2, they both have power adjusters. This one right here, which is just a knob. The biggest problem with the Gen 1 power adjustment knob is that you can turn it very easily. I've never had that happen to me, but since there was a you know, on the online forums, a complaint about it, what I did was, when I had the gun apart, I just added a small O-ring behind it, and it just basically made it a lot snugger fit to it, to adjust to the power level that you want. Whereas on the Gen 2, it's got like a knob here, and it's more audible clicks when you can feel it in your fingers when you turn the knob, you know, and there's 5 positions. Whereas this one, it's probably, it ends up equating to 5 positions, but not really, because you just turn it to where you want it, and you know, you shoot over the crony at to what speed that you want. Whereas this one, it's got you can feel the clicks when you turn the knob, so that's a very nice touch. Another thing that they improved upon is the magazine indexing arm. On the Gen 1, it was spring steel that it lost its spring and it wouldn't rotate the magazine, which was a very pain in the ass to get your magazine to index correctly. So Air Arms came up with for the Gen 2, they redesigned the indexing arm for the magazines, which was a great improvement, which all the XS models came with the new indexing arm for the magazines, which also can be added to the Gen 1, which I turned around and did. Added a new arm. So we're not here to talk about the 177 S510 and the popular stock, because I already did a review on this gun on my channel. So if you're interested in knowing more about this particular green popular 177, you'll have to go on my channel. So let's talk more about my latest addition to my collection, the Arms S510 chambered in 2.2. We'll start from the back. Vented rubber butt pad. As you can see, I like the shape of this monocollar stock, which is ambidextrous. Good for you, Air Arms, for thinking of us left-handed guys. Look at that. And this is a beach stock, I believe. It's beach. Very nice, you know, molding or styling to the overall stock. It's got the nice checkering on pistol grip with the Air Arms logo, and then you got the rosewood on the bottom, which has got the emblem. Very nice touch. Like I said, this is a used gun I picked up. You know, it's got a few scars on it, you know, but that's okay because, you know, for me, I'm out to the farm, permissions, and this is what I'm going to be using the gun for, so that's fine. Now we move forward to the stippling on the forearm part here. Is very nice. You see there's really nicely set up. It does come with swivel studs from the factory. Look at that. Now, I bought the gun and it had this little mark up here on the wood there. And previous owner, you know, had showed me pictures of it, which I didn't really mind, you know, because this is, like I said, this is a working gun, and that's okay with me. This is, you can buy this gun for $1,499.99, $1,500. And this is the middle of a bunch of, for the 510. You can get the Ultimate Sporter, which has got the adjustable comb, adjustable buttstock, and adjustable pull of length of pull, excuse me. And it's basically the same power plant as the laminate. So it's all in the same class, just a different stock. It's the only difference. Okay, so we're moving forward. You see that manamine is down below, and you fill it to 250 bar. On the very end is fill adapter, which I'm not too crazy about how you put it on here. It comes right off, and you gotta rotate it. It's got a dust cover, but it's a pain in the butt to unscrew it every time you want to go fill the gun up, you know. So I kept the cover and just left the fill adapter on the gun. It doesn't bother me unless I'm in a very dusty, dirty environment. Then I'll obviously take the fill probe off and put the dust cover on, but that doesn't bother me. You know, I wish it would have came up with like a permanent faucet fit on the end, but it is what it is, so I'm good with that. Let's move forward to the trigger. You got the safeties on the trigger, and I've heard people complain about that, and I don't know what the big deal is. You know, as long as you got a safety, you know, it doesn't really matter to me where the safety's at. You know, in my opinion, it's a metal trigger, 2-stage adjustable. We're gonna test the trigger weight, but just by guessing it, I know it's got to be under a pound. And I had to adjust the first stage on it, you know, because it was a little bit too long for me, so I did that. Metal trigger guard, and this is where you put the Allen wrenches right through the opening right here to get to the trigger adjustment screws. So overall, you know, this is a very nice gun. It's side cocking. I did add this piece right here because I wanted a little handle. I like side levers, and I wanted a handle, you know, going down. It makes it a lot easier. So both my air arms has the aftermarket attachment for the side lever here. Dovetail mounts. Comes with two 10-shot magazines. Right here. Very easy to load, by the way. Moving forward, we have a fully shrouded barrel. The gun did come with a Donny FL end cap here, so if you want to screw on your favorite modder, you can, but I found so far that it really doesn't need it. Fully shrouded barrel, Walther barrel. Very, if it's anything like my other air arms, 177, I have no doubt that the barrel is going to be accurate. The air tube is 288 cc's. The bluing is, I mean, superb. Very nice bluing. You know, and the shroud, you know, it just, you can feel the overall quality in this traditional air rifle. And that's one thing I like about this air arms, you know. And by the way, if you folks don't know, air arms is made in England. Just look at this rifle. Very nice, very nice. I've picked up 2 air arms this year, this being one of them, the most recent, and then the one I had before this one was the TX 200 MK3, which I did a review on in my channel. But there you have it, you know, it's just a very nice quality, just, you know, screams quality, you know. And like I said, you know, yeah, it's not perfect, you know, but as long as it's accurate, and we're gonna, you know, check the zero, because I'm gonna be taking this gun out to a farming permission for his first blood hunt. But there's another reason why I like this particular gun, and there's only one other manufacturer besides FX, of course, and the Brocock. You know, those particular guns also have the power adjuster, and I like guns with power adjuster for the simple fact that you just turn it. You know, if you know what pellet shoots great out of this gun, you turn to what power setting you want. So if you're doing some pesting inside of a barn, or you don't want a whole lot of power and you just want to do some plinking without having the gun on full power, a power adjuster comes in handy. And the only other manufacturer that does that besides FX and Brocock is Crawl. Most, not all, but most of their guns have power adjusters, and it just makes it a whole lot easier, you know, than going through and adjusting the back of the action, you know, having to take the action out of the stock in some cases, you know, to adjust the power that you want. You just go up here and adjust it. And I just wish, I know the American Tactical, when they had their Nova Liberty, that had a power adjuster high and low, and that made more sense to have that type of gun. You know, just, you know, go to the side of the gun and grab the knob and just turn it. But there you have it, folks. We're going to give you the final specs on the gun. It comes with 2 10-round magazines. I did tell you that the air cylinder is 288 cc's. The barrel is 19 3/4 inches long. The gun weighs in at 7 pounds 20 ounces. Overall length is 43.5 inches. And for a 22, they're saying the gun comes in, it's 55 shots per fill. Now, this gun is pumped up to 250 bar. Is it hand pump friendly? yeah, if you want to do it by hand pump, but I'm not gonna do it. I have a a tank and compressor, so there you have it, folks. That's my review on this beautiful S510 XS in 22 caliber. Sharon is Karen. You folks stay safe, shoot straight, may your pellet hit his target, and we'll see you in the next episode of Air Guns and Pesting Channel. See ya. Wood scope, 9 pounds, 9.6 pounds. Okay, trigger pull weight. There's the first stage. 10 ounces, 10.1 ounce. Good enough for me. That's a good weight. Okay, folks, I got it all set up. I got the Crony set up down there. I'm just gonna read you the numbers that come across the screen. This is I'm shooting crosswind domes. 14.3. This is my 30-yard backstop. Check my zero. As you folks know, at 25-30 yards, you folks, stay safe, shoot straight. And your pellet hit his target, and we'll see you on the next episode of Air Guns and Pesting Channel.